Hey guys, so I'm back today to talk about our favorite problem, the support shortage. And, the reason why I'm talking about this today is because it really doesn't seem like Smilegate is putting too much of an effort to really solve this problem. Of course, they have mentioned that on Loa, they have seen the issue and they're working on it. But to be honest, I think that they could definitely do things a little bit quicker. But also, in this time that they are kind of thinking about how to solve this problem, I think it would be a good place for us to suggest some cool and good ideas that could help influence the direction of our supports going forward. And I've heard a lot of talk online about, let's say, female paladin, right? People are like, oh, female paladin is going to be the solution to the support shortage. And I don't really think so, because we actually had this thing with the artist. When the artist came out, everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is a solution to the support shortage. There's gonna be no more support shortage after artist comes out. And that was true for a while, actually. For a while, there was actually a DPS shortage. Everybody was playing artist and there was not enough DPS to go around, which was also a problem on its own. But eventually, we just got back to where we were before and we had another support shortage. I think the fundamental problem is that support just isn't that much fun to play for a lot of people. And the reason being is that it's really hard to see your impact in a raid because you don't get to see your own damage or buff numbers like DPS can, right? So you can't really see your impact outside of, let's say, getting that radiant supporter at the end of the raid. You get that one piece of dopamine rush and that's it, while DPS can see their big numbers popping out throughout the entire raid. And it also goes hand in hand with not being able to feel your character getting better from honing. Like, when I hone my character, when I hone my support, I don't really see a difference. Of course, my DPS feels a difference when I have a plus 19 weapon versus a plus 25 weapon. They can see those big damage numbers that they're doing, but we as support can't see that. So there really isn't an incentive for us to upgrade our gear, upgrade our weapons. Heck, there isn't even an incentive to upgrade the quality of our weapons because of how supports play. We were actually talking about this on my stream last night, twitch.tv/misoxiru. I stream 10 p.m. PST every night. Come join. But we were talking about this on the stream, and we were actually thinking about the hunting horn from Monster Hunter and how that's a support weapon, but you can actually still deal DPS with that weapon. And I thought that was an interesting idea because it still gave attack buffs, it still gave shields, heals, all that. But you could still do damage as the support. And I think that this could be an interesting idea to take into mind when the female paladin comes out. Because, to be honest, paladin, to me, the class model, seems a little bit more like a DPS class than the support anyways. So we can make it so that our next support, let's say it's a female paladin, be kind of like a hybrid DPS support. And to be honest, this actually does exist in Lost Ark. If any of you have played PvP before in Lost Ark, you will know that supports are actually very, very popular and very strong in PvP. And a lot of people play supports because not only does it, one, offer the support capabilities of attack buffing, shields, heals, but it also dishes out a good bit of damage as well. Now, you're not going to be pumping as much as like a Shadow Hunter or like a Deathblade or something like that, but you actually still do a respectable amount of damage on top of being able to provide those support buffs, heat shields, and heals to your party. I think that this could be an excellent way to balance supports going forward because not only are you, worrying about your shield uptime, your attack buff uptime, all that stuff, but you actually need to worry about your DPS uptime as well because you will actually be doing some DPS. And I think we can actually kick this up a notch too. Why don't we make it so that on top of the support actually being able to do damage, the amount of attack buffs and damage buffs that they're giving to their party is influenced by how much damage that they're doing. That way, your support will really actually need to worry about playing well, and they can see when they're not playing well, right? If they're doing lower damage, they're going to be overall giving a lower amount of attack buffs to their party, and the performance will go down. I think that this would just make supports a lot more fun, a lot more engaging, and I think a lot more people would actually want to play the class. It would suit the DPS class people because you're actually doing DPS. It would suit the support class people because you're also supporting. And I think we'd have to definitely scale it a little bit too. We don't want this class to be giving the same amount of attack buffs as a current bard or something like that and still be able to do damage, right? At the moment, I'd say like the normal supports give about 98% of the damage contribution is from their attack buffs. And they themselves only do like 2% damage, right? Maybe we could shrink that a little bit. The damage buffs that they give are about 70% of the damage that they're doing, and then 30% actually comes from the DPS of the support. So that way it could balance things out and still not be completely overpowered. And now with this, we can also change the ways that we think about support engraving as well. Instead of going, just like heavy armor, now maybe we can think about making our supports take grudge or take cursed doll, something like that, to increase their damage output. And that way, it would actually increase their stakes in the fight as well. They're not just face tanking everything. They got to actually think about positioning, think about how to DPS well, how to be in the right place at the right time. You can also make it so that now their gear actually matters. Their weapon actually matters. Their weapon quality actually matters. You can make it so that the gear that you're upgrading actually feels like you're making your support stronger. And as a result, make the class a lot more fun. I think that this is an interesting way to think about support, and hopefully in the future when they eventually do come out with a female paladin or something like that, this could be a direction that they could think about moving towards. Because I think that currently the way that we play our supports, the way that supports are designed right now, are just not that fun for a lot of people. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think my idea is good? Do you think that it's completely terrible? You think that you hate it? Do you think that it's a good start, but there's other things that you can add to it? Let me know down in the comment section down below what you think. As always, if you enjoyed the video, remember, hit the like button, hit the sub button, ring the bell for notifications, and also I stream on twitch.tv/misoxshiro every night starting at 10 p.m. PST, and also multi-stream on YouTube as well, so you can catch me on both platforms. And if I don't see you on my stream, hopefully I'll see you all on the next video. All right, guys, peace out.